Okay, the first card we have is the environment that you're bringing into the month of May. It's left over from April and you're bringing it into May. You have Seven of Cups reversed. You don't have a lot of choices right now. You aren't being illusioned by anything. You know what your options are and you know what you need to do. So there's nothing confusing you or making you think twice about anything. You have your clarity and what you want to do. What is influencing your month and crossing you is your family, your love of your family. With 10 of Cups, the most love you can possibly have and the compassion. That is what is crossing you and these decisions that you know you need to do. You write on my cards, Holly. The foundation of the reading is Princess of Pentacles. There was a message, an idea of a new venture that you wanted to undertake, which had the potential of really flourishing and giving you a lot. As you can see on the horizon, it's going to be bright and sunny and all these lovely flowers and growth. It'll be new and exciting. That's the foundation for your reading. What just recently passed was you were working, Eight of Pentacles, you were working on this skill, this trade, but unfortunately you were blocked. You were unable to complete it or move on. For some reason, you were blocked. Maybe your time was blocked, your money was blocked. If it was something at work, they stopped training you, your schooling. Somehow this development, what you were creating was blocked. Consciously, you are thinking of this idea and this development you want to do. Not everybody understands what it is, and you're kind of out on your own, just trying to create it and develop it by yourself. You're pretty smart, intellectual. Sometimes people think you are a genius because you have such unique and brilliant ideas. Subconsciously, you have the High Priestess reversed. So you're not using your intuition. You're not using your instincts, your gut feeling. You're not listening to that. That might be able to help you get the clarity and the help, the assistance in completing this new avenue that you wanted to go, this new direction, skill you wanted to learn, idea you wanted to implement. Advice is to remember to love, to remember to romance, to courtship. With Prince of Cups, remember that. Remember being compassionate and understanding. Bring that into your life and show that on a daily basis. This could also represent somebody around you that is a Scorpio, a Pisces, or a Cancer. If not, then it represents you and how you need to show your love. Potential. You have the potential of being really strong, passionate, spiritual, energetic, and accomplishing what you need to accomplish or want to accomplish. Or, just like the Prince of Cups, Prince of Wands represents the fire signs, the Aries, the Sagittarius, or the Leo, which is you. You're being your own nature at this time. You have the potential of being your own self, your own nature, and charging ahead and being passionate and energetic. Your leadership skills are you're like the wounded warrior. You stand your grounds no matter how many times you're knocked down, no matter how much pain you endure, how many battles you go through. You stand your grounds and you do what you got to do. And you don't show it. You don't show the pain or the anguish that you're experiencing. Externally, or your environment, there is something that's painful going on around you. And you can see it and feel it. And maybe you do need to show a little bit of it. That's what the advice is. You need to show the love, the compassion for whatever this pain is that you see around you. This isn't your pain. This is something in your environment. But you can tell that other people are hurting. And that in turn makes you hurt. Your hopes and your fears. With 9 of Pentacles reversed, you hope that, well, upright, this is someone that's very financially independent. And your hope is to be that way. But right now it is reversed. And you hope that you aren't going to be independent. You want to be independent. You don't want to be dependent on anyone financially. So that's what your hope is, that you aren't dependent on anyone. And your fear, 5 of Pentacles, is being shut out or having financial problems, destitute. Both of these kind of say the same thing. You don't want to have financial problems. You don't want to be shut out. Your hope is for independence. And your fear is to be shut out and have financial problems. And the outcome for the month, you got a lot of cards. So we'll start at the first one. The outcome is that there's a love that somebody's going to offer to you, and you're just not going to notice it because of everything you're going through and the walls that you have built up, because you are the wounded warrior and you've gone through so much pain. So you built these walls up, and you can see and feel the pain around you in the environment. And you can even feel the people around you doing their little banter and bicker amongst each other, and sometimes at you. And that just makes you block everybody out more. You're paying attention to your stability, your environment, your home life. You're making sure it's secure and strong. And you're releasing anything that was binding you and holding you back. And this probably has to do with your family structure, from the elderly down to the pets. It is being transformed with the Queen of Pentacles. It's not as nurturing as it was. It is being shook up some. It is being transformed, like I said. Things are slowing down a bit. They're not moving as fast as they were before. So at least you have some time to work on it, to think about it. And with the 4 of Pentacles reversed, upright, it talks all about being very, very frugal, very stable, and hanging on to your money and not spending it no matter what. But by being reversed, you're releasing that tight grip you have on your possessions and on your things that you value. You're releasing the hold some. You're relaxing. You're calming down. You don't need to hold so tight anymore. Something did hurt, and you are finally feeling the pain of what other people were going through. You're finally letting down your guard and stop being so stoic and strong and not letting the feelings in, just like with the first card. No, not the first card. Oh, this first card, where you weren't paying attention. You're finally paying attention to stuff, what's going around you. And with the Hermit reversed, you don't have time yet to look inward, to reflect on what has all happened, because it happened so quickly. But by the end of the month, there is a resolution, there's healing, there's clarity. Maybe we can do some clarification cards should we do some clarification on this environmental pain, whatever that pain is in the environment? Let's do some clarification on that. Okay. All right, first you have the carousel, the suitor, the lover, and the sarcophagus. So there's going to be a message in the environment given to somebody close to you from their lover, which will bring an end. So this isn't you. This is somebody in your environment, somebody that's close to you, and you will feel the pain that they feel because they're your friend. There's somebody close to you that is going to be experiencing this. And let's look at what this is that you started in and it just recently passed that you were unable to work on. What is that just recently passed that you were unable to work on? What is it? Oops. That just recently passed that you were unable to work on. We got one card. Let's flip that one over. Well, you have the clouds, and then it's you and the park. So there is a clearing, an understanding. The clouds are breaking, and the lightning is past. You have an understanding of this thing that you were working on. You have a knowledge, a wisdom, and it is something that others will see, that others will visibly view and acknowledge. Looks like you will be creating something creative that you were working on, but for some reason it was blocked and it's starting to clear up. You have a knowledge of how to work on it, how to fix it, improve it. You just looks like you might have ran out of time. Let's see, do we need any other clarification? How about your hopes and fears? Let's get some clarification on your hopes and fears. So far, it looks like it's hopes and fears are all about the finances. That's what it looks like. So with the Gilded Reverie Lenormand cards, we have the mountain, the sun, and the dog. So there's some kind of burden that will be enlightened, will be improved by someone that is very loyal and a good comrade, a good doesn't have to be a lover, but it's somebody that really, a friend, somebody that is very, very loyal to you. So if there is, your hopes and fears are about finances, they see the burden you're going through and they are going to help you. They are going to, somebody that is very loyal and supportive and caring is going to help you ease that hope and fear of yours. So it looks like you're going to be going through some work, a lot of work. So it's starting to dissipate. You are starting to reach an understanding in regards to whatever this situation is. And if we look at the second card of home and the fourth card of mountain, we see that there was some kind of difficulties in your home life, in your stability, in what you consider your strength and what you use for support. There was some difficulties that happened. If we look at your first card of the boat and the fifth card of the anchor, we can see that with some far-seeing abilities that you are very stable with them. So it sounds to me like no matter what happens, you are very stable, no matter where you have to go, what you have to do, how you have to traverse. Physically, mentally, you are very sound, very grounded in it. If we look at the first and the second card, the boat and the home, we can see what led up to this confusion. Something at your home. Something in the family made you travel, made you experience this far-seeingness. It was the family. The outcome is the mountain and the anchor, the fourth and fifth card. After overcoming these difficulties, you have the stability, the strength. That's what you want in your home life with your family. It could be the distance between the families. After accomplishing these difficulties, surmounting all these difficulties, you reach this, the stability that you want and that you've been seeking after. If we look at the mirrored pairs, the first card of the boat and the third card of the cloud, we see that you traveled very far, which traveling doesn't necessarily mean physically, but it could be mentally, through a lot of fog, a lot of confusion. Perhaps a lot of soul searching was done to bring this enlightenment, to bring this clarity. That's why you traveled. And if we look at the last mirrored pair of the clouds, the third one and the fifth one, the anchor, after you did this traveling, this soul searching, it brought you strength and clarity and stability. So no matter what the difficulties were, in the end, it is better than it was before. There's more stability, more strength, and more clarity, because the Sun card, the Sun talks all about success, happiness, and that is what is coming out. All this darkness and this confusion is going away, and this Sun is what's coming out. And it's bringing you to this stability. It's bringing you back to that confidence you had before, that charisma. That was really great. So whatever you had to undertake, I'm glad you were able to clarify it and find the happiness in the end and the stability.